Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Gatto. I wanted to read to you today the entire story of My Brother is Afraid of Just About Everything. My little brother is afraid of just about everything. Whenever there's a thunderstorm, I know where to find him underneath the bed. When we're outside and the mailman comes, I know where to find him behind the bushes. He doesn't like men with beards. When he's in the bathtub, he screams if I let the water out. Maybe he thinks he'll go down the drain along with the water. So I take him out first, then I empty the tub. Yesterday, my mother's started to vacuum. My brother started to howl. Maybe he thinks the vacuum is a monster. He sure acts that way. So my mother asked me to take him out for a walk. We went past my school. See, I said, that's where you'll be going to school in a couple of years. I could tell by my brother's face what he thought about that. We met some of my friends at the playground. They think my brother is cute. What's your name and how old are you? They asked. Did my brother answer them? No, of course not. He just buried his face in my stomach the way he always does. On our way home, we came to some railroad tracks. A train was coming, so we waited to cross. Most kids think trains are pretty exciting. They wave at the engineer, they count cars, but not my brother. His arms went around me like a boa constrictor's. I couldn't have shaken him loose even if I wanted to. Back home, we sat together under a big tree in our backyard. I decided it was time we had a talk. Look, I said to him, did thunder and lightning ever hurt you? He shook his head. Or the mailman or the vacuum cleaner. He shook his head again. Then, how come you're so scared of everything? I asked. My brother's face dropped. The corners of his mouth turned down and he quivered. His shoulders came up to his ears. His big eyes looked at me. I felt like patting him on the back and saying that everything was okay. But instead, I said, look, you've got to get tough. It's stupid to keep on being afraid of things that won't hurt you. Then I saw a great big happy smile spread across my brother's face. He was looking at something behind me. I didn't even have to ask what it was. Nothing else could make my brother look that happy. It had to be a dog. I tried very hard. I shut my eyes and pretended the dog wasn't there. I took deep breaths so my heart wouldn't beat so fast. I clenched my hands so that they would stop trembling. I prayed that that dog would go away. Then I felt its feet upon my shoulders. I thought of sharp claws. I felt his rough, wet tongue against the back of my neck. I thought of all those teeth. That did it. I couldn't get into the house fast enough. Across the yard I ran. I yanked open the screen door and quickly slammed it shut. I even hooked it. Safe behind the door, I stood catching my breath. Then I went to the window. I knew what I would see. Yes, there was my brother with his arms around that dog. I watched them play together. I watched them for a long time. I suppose that dog would have played with me too if I had been outside. But I stayed inside. I felt bad about it, but I stayed inside. Oh well, everyone's afraid of something, I guess. So this story was teaching us about trying to be brave. And at the end of the story, we learned this lesson. Everyone's afraid of something. Everyone's afraid of something is the moral of the story. That the girl, she was trying to help her brother and she wanted her brother to be tough and not so scared. But then she realized that everyone's afraid of something. even herself. She was afraid of dogs. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to take your quiz on this book, and I will see you again soon.